A disturbing video leads to the arrest of a Macon mother. Bibb County deputies say this woman, 27-year-old Samaria White, was seen on video dragging her child through the grass by her hair. The video, which was shared on social media, also shows the woman striking the child in the face several times, according to deputies. White was taken into custody and is charged with cruelty to children in the first degree. The child was taken to a hospital as a safety precaution. The sheriff's office reminds you to call 911 if you see a child in need.
This is Lamentations 4:3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. So I'm going to read this again. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. Hey, and you see an example of that, in the video that you just seen, before the lesson started, man. All right. Like the scriptures say, the daughter of my people is become cruel. These women are cruel and evil, man. All right. You see how she, was treating. Well, you heard about it. I would put the video in the post-production, but, Esau, Edom, he might strike the video. I'm pretty sure you could find it, on the internet if you wanted to see it. But hey, man, this is a horrible way to treat your children. The same children that came from between your legs. This is the treatment that, the women of our nation give them, man. Okay? Completely wicked, man. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. And I want to look this word cruel up. Because here it is. You're supposed to nurture your children, right? But the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they become cruel to their children. All right. So the word there is Strong's H393, akawas, okay, which means cruel or fierce. All right. Moving down to the Strong's definition, it says apparently meaning to act harshly. Okay, and that's how, the women of our nation treat their children, man. They act harshly towards them. Okay, when you're supposed to be loving and nurturing to your children, and then when these individuals grow up, okay, they, emulate that behavior out here in public, man. That's the reason why you got all these wild little nigglets running the streets. Okay, because of moms like this, man. Okay. It says, meaning to act harshly, violent, by implication, deadly. Okay, and that's how the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women treat their children, man, in a deadly manner. That's how they raise them up. Okay, because she's not going to have this same energy when it comes to, telling her children the difference between right and wrong. Okay, it's the way these women parent their children, especially these, single moms. They discipline their children according to how they feel. If they mad that day, something irritated them, then they'll take it out on their children, man. Okay, but see, that same thing that those children can do. If the woman ain't mad that day, then she'll let it slide. All right, but she won't have the same energy when it comes to teaching her daughter not to be a harlot. It says, by implication, deadly, also in a good sense, brave, cruel, or fierce. Okay, and then moving on to, the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, to break. And that's what the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women do to their children. They break them, man. Okay. It says violence, definition 2, harsh, cruel. Okay, hence an enemy. So the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they treat their children like enemies, man. Okay, but when it comes to, the children of Esau, Edom, or these other nations, they won't treat them like that, man. All right, which that goes back to the curses that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has put on us. You know, that's the reason why these women act like that towards their children. You know, because at one point in time, back in the ancient world, you know, when we was in order, the woman wasn't like this to the children. You know, it says an enemy, fierce, virulent, used a poison. Okay, and that's where you get, you know, the toxic mothers from, man, which just completely destroys these children. You know, now they all messed up. They grown up all messed up, you know, and you can see why these little nigglets out here act the way they do, man. Look at how the mom treats them. You know, they go home, they getting cursed out, they getting punched in the face. You know, she dragging them by their hair. Okay, and they ain't even did nothing wrong. But when they actually do something wrong, you know, when they break the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, the nigga woman let that slide, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they let that slide, man. They won't punish them like this when it comes to them, you know, committing some kind of wickedness. All right. But if they do something to make them mad, or she, you know, she got a bad day, somebody cursed her out or something. Okay. Or one of her niggas ain't showed up, you know, to you know, give her some money or something. She'll take it out on the children, man. And any little thing they do, she'll punch them in the face, punch them in the back, you know, pull their hair out, you know. Like the scriptures say, the daughter of my people has become cruel, man. And you see a perfect example of that, you know, here in this story. Okay. So it says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. And that's how the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman raise their children, man. Just like the ostriches do. Okay. And real quick, we're going to bring this out. This is Job 39 and 13. It says, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in the dust. Okay, which the dust here represents confusion. Okay, and that's the state that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman raised their children in. Okay, confusion. All right, because here it is. This woman, she'll beat the hell out of her child just for doing nothing. You know, again, like I said, she'll be mad that day. So one little thing that the child does, she'll go off on the child, man. Okay, so now the child don't really understand why it's getting, you know, chastised, why it's getting disciplined, you know. So it grows up without a sense of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Okay, what it learns is not to, you know, piss off my mom. Okay, and do the things that make my mom happy. So whatever your mom tell you to do, you gonna do it. Okay, she tell you to go, you know, beat somebody up, you gonna do it. She tell you to, you know, put somebody to death, you gonna do it. Okay. It says, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. Okay, and she don't care what happened to her children, man. All right. She don't care if they go outside and, you know, get destroyed by somebody and get kidnapped. She ain't worried about that, man. She worried about what she got going on. You know, what dude gonna come there and bust it down that night? All right. Like we read in Lamentation, she's become cruel. Okay. She's poisonous, man, to her children. It says, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. So she don't care what happened to them. Okay, she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. And it's a perfect example of that, man. Okay, that's how the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman treat their children like they ain't hers. You know, like this the child of her worst enemy. You know, it says she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. Okay, and I'm gonna read this in the NLT. It says, this is Job 39:16 in the NLT. She is harsh toward her young as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die. Okay, and that's the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman. They don't care what happened to their children, man. Okay, and what proves that? The number one, you know, place where so-called black people die is in the womb of a woman, man. Okay, she getting, you know, abortions like they going out of style. She don't give a damn about her kids. Okay, so how much more when they actually come out? You know, she got to take care of them. She responsible for them. She got to feed them. She pissed off at that, man. All right. You got, multiple examples of this, how the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman is cruel towards her children, especially her daughters. This is Job 39:17 in the KJV. It says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. And that's the reason that these women are all bugged out. Okay, they don't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and then the individual that's set up to, give them that, they saying they don't need them. They don't need a man. All right, a man will be there to balance that wicked energy that this woman got, man. Okay, and she wouldn't be mad all the time because, hey, that due benevolence will be dished out. Okay, helping to regulate her spirit, man. But she ain't got no dude. She don't want a man. That's what she say, right? And then this is how she treats her children, man. Okay. So this is back in Lamentation 4:4. It says, the tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. Okay, and these women don't even breastfeed their children. As soon as a child comes out, she'll go buy Enfamil, she'll go buy Similac, these different formulas that Esau Edom have made, and she'll feed the children that. Okay, and then most of the time she'll keep them on the bottle so she could go out and continue to be a harlot, man. It says, the tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. Okay, and they don't even feed their children, man. Their children malnourished. They got cavities and all that. All right. She don't bathe them. She don't buy them clothes. Okay, it was one account of a so-called black woman. She was abusing her children. She had beat the hell out of them. She wouldn't let them take baths. The clothes that they had stunk and they smelled like urine. They was going to school like this, man. All right. Just showing you how wicked the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women are, man. All right. But again, this all goes back to the curses. See, in the kingdom, we don't have to deal with none of this. This ain't going to be happening, man. Okay. You ain't going to have children of the nation of Israel raised up being traumatized, man. Okay. Toxic mothers is going to be a thing of the past. All right. This is Deuteronomy 28:56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. Okay, so these women they got an evil eye towards their children, man. All right, but back in the ancient world, we were in our order. The woman was very delicate, man. The last thing she would think about would be abusing her children, But now that delicateness is gone. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they more manly than the men. All right. Try to get up in your face, they'll punch you. Well, you see, if you watch the video, that's what she literally did to her daughter. She punched her in the face. This is why we got to get the fuck out of here, man. It says her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. So these women got an evil eye, not only towards their husband, towards their children as well, man, and towards their infants. Okay. They raise them in the dust. All right. They raise them in confusion, man. All right. She abusing them, and then she ain't teaching them the difference between right and wrong. And that's why you got these little demons out here, man. Okay. This kind of behavior, this kind of child rearing, okay, breeds these little demons that's running rampant out here, man. Okay, because again, her daughter grows up to be a whore, or she starts exhibiting whore activity, the mom ain't gonna do nothing. She'll embrace that, man, but she do something to displease her, like this, which the story was she was just outside and the mom just ran up on her pretty much for no reason. She was out having fun with her friends, man. The mom just ran her down, was chasing her. And then she got a hold of her, started pulling her by her hand. She punched her in the face a few times, man. Who knows what happened when she got back in the house? Okay. But when it comes to her children executing wickedness, she ain't going to judge them. She ain't going to discipline them, man. All right. So I just want to go into that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing. It was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bashima Rahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Shalom.